What is up guys, and welcome to some more Pokemon Sun and Moon coverage. Just a small video today, but there is going to be another smaller video later on as well, but the two topics are completely unrelated. This one is official information, and the one later will be talking about a leak of some kind, so keep your eyes out for that. But this small video is just about Pokénchi, I think that's the way you say it, which is the sort of the Sunday morning program for Pokemon in Japan. We had the other week where they were like, oh yeah, gameplay of Sun and Moon, and it was just the trailer, which obviously a lot of people were angry about, but they actually had a bit of gameplay on the most recent one, and this is in battle, and it's something we haven't really seen before, and it actually shows in battle as well as sort of the battle screen, I guess, not just sort of, Pokemon in battle, but it shows you the health bar, and you can see it here, and it's very different to what we've seen before. Looking at the health bar first, before anything else, obviously you have the Pokemon name, gender, and the level. The main differences are obviously the background isn't sort of a block; it's more a design. It's more like, it seems like a swipe of paint almost. It's a blue in color. Doesn't necessarily mean you won't be able to change it, because that they could easily offer you a choice to say, like, do you want pick your color basically. And of course there could be different designs for it as well, and they could be released by download and stuff like that. You guys get the idea. Not saying that'd be like paid content, but they could do some sort of little codes, just enter codes to like you get you unlock box backgrounds in X and Y, for example. They could do something similar to that, but it's slightly different to what we've seen before. The other different thing here is actually the health bar. It's not a straight line. It seems to be sort of more angled, and you can see the top of it is straight, obviously, because it matches up with the text and such, but the bottom bit slightly angles out towards the bottom, and the colour is slightly different along it. You can see towards the left hand side you have more of a pale green, and to the right hand side you have more of a bright green, which would suggest to me that obviously as sort of your level of health points lowers, that this the gradient will change from this pale and bright green to sort of like a yellowy colour, and it'll go down to red, and it'll be like a more sort of gradual transition than what we had previously, which was like green goes down to half, yellow goes down to a quarter, red. It'll be nice, a gradual transition, and it'll probably change as the health points lower themselves, so you'll be able to see it as they go. Obviously we can't see the actual health points lowering in this case because it's just a screenshot, but we can assume that's what's going to happen. I don't think I haven't seen the video for Pokénchi. I've just seen the simple screenshot here, so I'm assuming that it might show it, but I don't know. But this battle obviously is taking place on the platform outside of, on the starting village. It seems to be at night as well, it would seem. Either that, or it's just sort of a more covered place, because there is a fire behind there, and there's torches lit, so it would seem it's at night, which might mean that the sort of design, obviously we've had it before where your battle background is slightly dark if it's night, slightly brighter if it's day, but this one seems to be slightly different. As well as this, you also have some bystanders over to the left hand side, just there. This might seem to be for the starting village, because of course you're in a sort of a village here, so it would make sense just to have, layer the background on and have these spectators here. But obviously to add on to this as well, you have the trainer in the background, who seem basically is your rival. I'm pretty sure that's not confirmed, but everyone's accepting it at this point. Especially because I think one of the presenters of the people says like, oh, he's like your rival. It's not confirmed, but basically it's what's implying. And it would seem that some battles, not all battles, will have the trainer behind them shouting out, commands. Obviously, they won't physically be shouting them out, I wouldn't expect, but it will be similar. They might make a little gesture as the Pokemon goes to attack. Who knows? But as I mentioned, not for all battles. I wouldn't expect. It'll probably for your rival, gym leaders, any special battles, i.e. like leader of the evil team, Elite Four, champion, and then any other special characters in the game. So it won't be for everyone. That could be a possible thing, a feature they might introduce in future ones, because obviously in previous games we've had, like for example, I think Diamond and Pearl, the animations for the trainers were only for gym leaders and such, but when you got to Platinum, basically all trainers had animations. So it could be something they do for that. But it's unlikely, it's just speculation at the moment. But it seems to have a bit more dynamicism. I think that's a word. I'm not sure if it's a word or not. But a bit more extra stuff added to the battles, basically. So the backgrounds could be animated, possibly. Obviously having a very simple. If, for example, you're looking at these torches in this sort of pyre, I guess it is, behind the rival, you could say, oh, it's going to look terrible if it's a still background. So I'm going to assume the backgrounds are animated. Or it could just be for this one battle here, because it is the first. It seems to be the first battle of the game, battling against a rival who uses the Pokemon who is weaker to you, starts with weaker to yours. could simply just be for this battle, hence why we also have spectators and such, just a dynamic battle area, just specific to this one, or maybe a couple battles like this one. Generally those Elite Fours, as I've said. So, obviously, if you're also on a route and you come across a trainer to battle, it'd be a bit weird to have spectators around you, since there's no one else, might not be anyone else actually around you. So I would expect it just to be for a few ones, and other battles might get a similar background, but it might not be animated, for example. But there's nothing really extra to talk about this screenshot, apart from the fact that, new battle bar, I'm going to call it, new battle backgrounds, it would seem, and obviously the trainers being in battle in some cases. If you are looking, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on this new battle bar. Do you like how it's more dynamic and not sort of like flat, and this is just a simple bar, it goes down, whatever, it's nice and curved, and there's some design to it, and there's a possibility you might be able to change colours and designs and such. That's just speculating I'm doing there. But let me know what you think about it down below, because it is different to what we've seen before, and let me know what you think about these dynamic backgrounds and obviously the trainers and being in battle. Do you think it's going to be a consistent feature, or just for special battles like this one? Let me know down below in the comment section, and if you like the little update, hit the like button down below. As I mentioned, there's also some more information I'm going to talk about, but I'll do it a bit later so they can actually spread out. But for now, this is it for me for today. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.